Hi friends, welcome to Aishusdiy. These are the beads that we received from the Bargain Bead Box Subscription for the month of um, October 2022, and this is a gorgeous pendant. I really love this pendant. Want this to be the focal for the necklace. Um, I think I already made one more necklace. Hold on. I'm not so sure where did I keep that, but I already made one more necklace that will be a simple, elegant necklace, and this will be like a statement kind of a necklace. And I'm planning to use this like that. Okay, you can go ahead and do this and then adjust everything accordingly. I pulled out all the beads, it's all in this, and on top of the beads that we received from the box, I have here a Halloween mix by Crystal Wick. This is from artbeats.com. It's been with me for quite a while now, at least a year or so. So Crystal Wick is a designer. I really like her designs. It's simple and nice and elegant. So this is a mix, that Halloween mix that she came up with. Um, I feel that the orange crystals that we got and this mix is perfect combination. So that's why I pulled it out. I don't know if I'm going to use the orange bicon crystals or not, but I definitely plan to use this um seed beads. These are lavender seed beads. And by the way, it's a mix. I didn't mix it, it's already mixed like this. And I really kind of like that color combo. For this, I want to use the Troyos. This is from Softflex company, and this is the Harmony Trio with the bone, lemon quartz, and copper. And we just open it. I just want to use the copper and the bone. I'm not going to use the lemon quartz today, but it's for another day. So if I use these two colors, I can expose this color and make it a part of the design if I want to. So that's why I'm choosing this color. You can also use the regular bead stringing wire in common color such as this. This will also look good with this. uh, Absolutely no problems. But if you are exposing the wire as a part of the design, then you can use this. I'm still not convinced of the fact that I'm going to use this because my plan is not to expose the wire that much. So maybe I will shift to this and this per se. So these two are also colors that will go well with my design. So let's see. I think that's what I will go. Anyways, I will be using this bright seed bead mix, which will take away all the attention and the wire will not be seen anymore. But you can also use that, is what I'm saying. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this 19 strand wire, and I like to work with a spool. I never cut it first, but I'm not so sure in this I have to do that or not. We need some jump rings to connect these two first of all. So let me just be quick. I pulled out some jump rings, but I thought why not I make a connection between this. And I pulled out some 20 gauge Penacraft antique bronze wire, and then I'm gonna take my carnelian and take a nice bead. Some will have imperfections, so pick one which is good because this is going to be in the front. Take your round nose pliers, bend it to 90 degrees and reposition it and make that loop right there. Okay, and you can add this loop to the center of our pendant. This pendant is nice and big, so don't make your loops small. but rather make it a little bit bigger. Okay, take your needle nose or tweezer nose pliers, and then you can either tuck in the tail or you can snip them off. Anyways, you'll have a short tail. Let me just pull that carnelian down and take care of that short tail after I do the other side. Now hold your round nose pliers here, bend the wire and reposition it, and then make that loop of yours. So this is a bigger loop as well, so I'm just going to take my wire cutters, then snip that off right there. Now I will take care of that short tail that we had, which was rather difficult with the spool. There we go. Now it's fine. So now the point is to add our finding right here to this. See this, how it's laying? We need this, the other side right here. Now we got our loop. Hold it like that. You can also use your pliers. That way your loop will come out nice and tight. I was thinking about this bead for a long time, but then I thought, why am I doing that? I can as well go ahead and, design rather than thinking a lot. I want this necklace to be absolutely pretty, and always keep a trash close to you to take the tidbits of our. So this is going to be this side. Okay, we just want to make sure about that. And see this, it's kind of not very straight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just twist this a bit, and then we got that straight. So now one part is done. So for the next part I will make a similar, see this one, there we go. So now that's perfect. I will do a similar wrap on this side, connecting our pendant this and the finding this way, and I will come back. Hi friends, welcome back. So we will continue doing this part. I took the 19 strand wire and actually I want to take this one right here because I want it to be little stiff, and this is only 7 strand. It's 0.45 millimeter thickness. It's not a branded one. I don't want this to be flowy. I want it to be like a little bit thick, so I'm using this. And I want this necklace to be a little longer. This pendant calls for a little down, not like above. I would say 20 inches or so. So approximately, if this is about say 1.5 inch, so 10 inch on each side would put the rest for the clasp there will be half an inch, because half an inch on the either side. So 2 inches is gone, so I need 8 inches worth of whatever I'm doing on the other side. So what I will do is I will just cut myself about, say, I will double the cord, and then to be on the safer side I will take 24 inches, just to be on the safer side. I'm measuring my mat because it's 12-inch long, so there we go. So that much is enough. And you guys all know that I like to work with the spool, but in this case I have to cut it. There is no go around it. So I'm just going to cut at the 24-inch mark and have my wire ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this wire to this loop right here, bring it about, say, in the middle, right? Then so now this is what we have so far, and I want to take a bead stopper or so and then hold this just like that. Okay, what I'm gonna do again is take another 12-inch of wire. You don't need 12-inch maybe, but it's better to take 12-inch. And then we need crimp tubes or crimp beads, whichever you have available. So I use this one because this one is less expensive than the bead-on one, and I think we need a 2x2 crimp. Maybe not. Let's see. And one more wire. Yes, 2x2 crimp would be good. So this wire, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put inside this loop and bring it up like this. Okay, so this is what. Now I take all these 3 ends and put my crimp tube inside. Bring it all the way down. And go over the top of the short tail as well. So you'll have 2 loops here, but you'll have only 3 strands because the 3rd strand we didn't do twice, we just did this, right? So here it is. Don't want this to be very tight. I'm going to cover this with a crimp cover, a bronze crimp cover. So I'm just going to go ahead and flatten my crimp tube just right there. Then you have the short tail, which you can snip it off. Now we have 3 strands of wire to work with. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is keep my necklace this way so that I can design these wires. First, what I will do is I will take all of these and see if I have a bigger bead that can hold everything together in place. All 3 strands. See? Yeah, and I check whether it looks good or not. So that looks kind of good. And then now I'll go ahead and separate these wires. As you guys can see, 2 wires are of the same distance. One is a little bit shorter than the other one. So what I'm going to do is, I know for sure which wires are which. So I'm going to separate, the shortest strand being in the middle. I'm going to take some seed beads from here. It's a random mix. I'm also going to do random, is what I'm thinking. I might change my mind, you guys all know that. But I really want this to be a little bit random this time. So I'm just picking up some beads, okay, like this. And I don't want to pick up beads in just one row. The middle short one, yes, I want to pick up beads in here as well. You don't have to use a mix. You can just use one color or 2 colors for that matter. However you prefer, whatever beads you have available, you can use those. You can use white, you can use metallic gold, copper. I mean, mixed metals are always fashion now. So a couple of those beads. I'm not putting a lot, but just a little. In the center, on the side, maybe on the side I'll just put 4, and in the middle a little bit more, because we need to set the scene kind of. There will be a little bit exposure of the wire, that I'm sure, but not a lot. This much is enough. So I added 3 on all 3 wires. I added beads, seed beads, and as you can see, this is how they are. I won't be able to go very close. Some wire will be exposed right there. In the middle wire, I'm going to put this tiger eye bead. Okay. And then I'm going to take my middle wire and I'm going to add some seed beads to it. I love this matte orange bead. They look very pretty. So I added. So my middle wire is the one which is going to set the scene. I have 5 beads on this wire on one side. So I'm just going to take this, and I want this to be sitting like this perfectly. It's constantly twisting one side of the wire, and I take my carnelian beads and I check with this. See this? It's clashing, right? So I will take more beads out, add my carnelian. I'm checking. Now it's not clashing, which I really like. Doesn't matter actually, but It's totally a customizable pattern. So that's 3, and this is what, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 7 I completely cover the bigger bead, and then I can add one more carnelian. Let me see. Actually, I want to add this bead, the hexagon shaped bead that we have, and then take some seed beads, probably 3. And leave it for now. I want this to be like this, so I need more of the seed beads. Okay, let's do the last row. I have 4 here, and then I will probably add one like this. Maybe I'm sorry, not this one. Yeah, this one, which is right. I'm seeing if it looks good or not, which I don't like it, so I take it off. What I'm gonna do here is probably an orange bicone and a couple more seed beads. And then a carnelian. Then a couple more seed beads. So I want the strands which is in the extreme sides to be of the same length. So I just you will understand better when I do. Just that I will check the length of these two, and maybe this one is a little bit longer than that. I'll take these 3 seed beads for now. Take all of the strands and put it through this metal bead. if you tighten this short strand, then you will get this. See this? The only problem I have is with this one right here. It's constantly twisting. It's like this. That's because the wire is that way. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, because to fix this one, I'm going to do a flat crimp here, changing the angle of these. So I'm going to take all of these out and take a crimp tube. This time a smaller crimp. Put it on all 3 strands. Okay, I keep this wire wrapped pendant. I put everything here. I want this perpendicular to the other crimp tube. Okay, so I make sure I keep it that way. Okay, the crimp went inside the bead. That's really nice actually, but when I crimp it won't go. There we go. Now we have this straight. This is what I want. Let me take this metal leaf spacer bead that we have in the box, and kind of, instead of putting a crimp cover, I can use my own crimp cover, which it doesn't go inside. But nevertheless it looks pretty. It doesn't look bad. So let me try something else. Maybe a bronze spacer bead or something. Hi friends, welcome back. I finished one side. Instead of trying and spending some time, I thought I'll finish one side and show you guys how I finished that side. So this is what I have come up with. I really like it. So I attached one end of the clasp here. Now we will start doing this side. So what I exactly did was, I showed you guys how we attached all 3 cords to the finding here. Now I will start taking my 3 cords and then inserting this bead first. As I explained earlier, see, this one is like this, so the loop comes like this, so it's perpendicular. We want it parallel flat so that we can do these 3 things. For that, what I want to do is, I want to take all of these cords and then take a crimp tube. This is size 1 crimp tube, and put it on top of the 3 cords, 3 wire. Pull that down all the way. See this? Now we are going to make this flat. push the bead all the way down, keep it right here. See how I'm holding that, so that you get a flat one right there, and the bead goes through the one. I just flattened it just like that. So to cover this up, what I did was I took a bronze cube bead, metal spacer bead from my stash. I tried the leaf one that we got from this box. It's not covering the crimp tube as I flat crimped it, and I want it flat crimped, right? So that's the point, also point that we are doing that. So I flat crimped it. Now this is my wire. So what I will do is I will take this and put it right there. So this is my wire, and now I will start designing this. So here we go. Separate these cords. Okay, and take the center one first, and then grab some seed bead mix. I have a seed bead mix, that's why I'm doing it, but as I said, you can use one single color, two colors, or multiple colors. Like you can combine white, in this case cream, bronze metallic color, carnelian, brown, so forth and so on. So center one, I exactly have 6 beads. Yes, 6 beads here. Six beads, and then this tiger eye, and then again 7. You can add 7 and 7 total. I did that first time, so I am continuing doing the same. And then once you do the center wire, now you take the other side. So just check it where it is. So this is the side. So this side I have the carnelian outside, and then the carnelian outside, and this one inside. So here I'm also going to do the same. Okay, so I'm picking up 3 beads. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a picon, and then I'm gonna put 5 beads. Okay, and then I'm gonna pick up this bead that we have in our subscription, and then again 5 beads. Then again a bicone, and then 4 beads. Drop that down. Then the other cord or wire, pick up 3, take a carnelian gemstone, drop it down, pick up 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, Okay, and then one more carnelian gemstone. This one is a little bit indented inside because this is going to be close to our focal. I want a good bead. Then again a 3 seed bead. Drop everything down and take all 3 strands and add this leaf spacer bead that we got. The direction of the leaf bead is totally depends upon you actually. On all 3 strands and bring this together. So now lay everything flat, just like this. So we want this side. This is how we want it to look like. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to go ahead and do is, for this to look this way, gonna add a crimp. You can also add beads continuously and maintain a tension that way and then do it also. It'll look good as well. But see how it became like this? That's how it would become. I want it to be like this, flat. So that's why I am doing this extra crimping. Otherwise, by just adding one bead on top of all of the cords will do so. Just putting all the seed wire through. Bringing it all the way down, and then one more time, keeping everything in position. And I want this to be flat. So when I'm going to flatten the crimp, I want this to stay flat. So I make sure I do that. Just a little bit of breathing space is okay because we need our stuff to stay flat. Now take it and flat crimp it. So this is what we got so far. And now we can take these cords. I have a small, like teeny tiny bead cap in my stash. You don't have to use it if you use a bronze crimp bead. This one is not needed, but I take this small bead cap, as you guys can see, and then drop it on top of all 3 cords, just like this. I tried different spacer bead, but this works okay. So this just barely covers the crimp. Then you take this hexagonal shaped beads, like faceted crystal bead, then drop it on all of the cords here. we finished our first section. Now again, separate your cords. The center cord doesn't change at all, so make sure of that. And actually it's not that big deal, so make it flat and then take the middlemost cord, and you can first, I would like to string my middle cord, then I would continue with the two sides. This is just my own preference. So now we take 6 seed beads. That's 5, 6, and then our tiger eye, and then 7. So that's done. Now take this side cord, and I'm gonna add the carnelian on the outer and then this one inside. So for the carnelian I have 3 beads and a carnelian and then a 3 bead. No, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then a carnelian and then 3 seed beads. So this is what I have. So this cord, I pick it up, I add 3 seed beads, then a bicone, then 5 seed beads. These are Levanos, by the way, and 5. And now we will add the hexagon bead. I'm trying to tie in together all of the beads that we got from this month's box, which is really pretty color combo with my seed bead mix. So again, 3, 4 and 5, and one more bicone, and again 3. Done. So now you hold it and see if you like what you're seeing. I do like what I'm seeing, so I'm going to take all of these cords again and our leaf charm, leaf spacer, not charm, on top of all of the beads here. See all of the wires here, and then our spacer. Bring it all the way down. Some of it's getting stuck. I don't know why. has to come outside, just making sure everything is in place and not, twisted or something. Get everything in order, and once you have everything, just making sure you have that bubble shape. Yes, and now go ahead and flat crimp it. Now again, I will take my small bead cap. You can totally skip this and I will need one more, I guess. Right. Take the crystal bead and add it. So this is how I added all the bubbles. I call these bubble necklaces. I like it. Let me show you guys here what I have clearly. So now again I separate the cord and I add the center one first. Four, 5 and 6, and then a tiger eye. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and then take these two cords and figure out which naturally comes which side. I don't want anything to be forced. So at this one I will add the carnelian. So 3 beads and a carnelian. Then there is no black here, which I would want to, because I have added air everywhere. So I just dump a little bit more for myself. Eight. So 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Again a carnelian. As I said, there is a small indentation in the carnelian. Not all the beads are fine, so make sure you pick up the right one, a good one. Okay, after this it's only 3. take the other cord and pick up 3 as well. A bicone and 5 then this bead I really like it a lot, the shape, the glitter, it's very pretty. And a bicone, 5 and then a bicone. Now the finishing part, I would take everything off. So this is what we got so far. Now for my satisfaction, I like to add a carnelian bead on top of all of this. So what I did is, I'll tell you guys in a bit. Let's just put this, okay. So now after this part, I added one set of the leaf and the carnelian bead, just like that. I felt like it. Then I separated the strands and I added some seed beads. I added 25 beads in each of the thing, and then I added one carnelian right now, and then I'm going to use size 1 crimp again and then put it on top of all the cords. It is not necessary, you can directly add the 2x2 crimp and then attach it to the attach it to the clasp. That can be done, but I wanted this a little bit more secure. I have done so much here and there, so I just don't want to leave it away, just like that. So here we go. This crimp is squished a little bit, so I'm just going to try and add all these wire. I've been doing macrame so much I cannot stop myself calling thread. And push it. I don't know, for some reason it's not coming down. Everything is but this. Okay, we can fix that. I want this to be loose. Don't go for a very tight one, but I want it crimped all on top, and then add my 2x2 crimp on all 3 of the wire. Take that into the clasp, so making sure these are in position. And now take it and put it through the magnetic clasp that we got, and then back through the crimp tube. All 3 strands. So there is 6 strands going through this crimp tube, so you need the bigger crimp. Just make sure you have the right size of crimp. Once you put everything through, use your pliers to kind of, bring everything down. To considerably smaller loop. It might take a while because there is 3 strands involved, so be patient and do your best. Once you have it, we need quite a movement here. We don't want it to be very stiff, so go ahead and crimp that and then snip off these excess wires. So making sure everything is nice and okay. And we have got our necklace ready. I hope you guys like this. I really liked it. It is completely different. It is not our ordinary necklace. And it feels a very nice one for the Halloween. I hope you guys will give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload a couple of videos a week. Thanks so much for watching and have a good day.